Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annika Fairwild and today I'm going to be telling you about some journaling prompts that I came up with. I realised I hadn't made a video about journaling in quite a while, so I thought, why not come up with some prompts? Then I thought to myself, coming up with a whole list of journal prompts is quite difficult to think of just 40 different questions. So to give myself a bit of a framework, I took the planets in traditional astrology. Well, planets and the luminaries, we're including the moon and we're also not including Uranus and Neptune. In traditional astrology, those planets are not included because they weren't visible to the people at the time when the system was being created. When they were creating this system, they sought to categorize all aspects of human experience within these 7 planetary bodies. I'm including Earth in this one, so we're going to be talking about 8 different planetary bodies. That's entirely personal preference. It's just because I thought of some good questions to do with the planet Earth. But traditionally, I don't believe that that is included within the astrological system. I'm not all too much of a traditionalist, so I don't particularly care. So yeah, I came up with 5 questions for each celestial body. So I'll just be giving you the questions, I won't be really commentating on them or giving my opinions. So yeah, I'd recommend answering these in your journal, your notes app, whatever you use to write about your feelings. Give yourself the respect of writing in full sentences and giving at least a paragraph of writing per answer. The nature of journaling is kind of that the more you write, the more you will understand yourself. It is kind of a fairly equivalent exchange, I would say, so it's not going to do you much good if you just answer these questions with 1 or 2 sentences. Throughout the video, I will be probably looking down quite a bit because that's where my notes are. I've noticed when editing that sometimes it's quite annoying to watch me do that if I don't explain it, so that's what that is. Okay, let's jump right into it. First off, we're going to be starting off with the sun, which is the planet of your ego, your conscious identity, more so as opposed to your unconscious. It's about your personal power, your drive, your creativity, your success even. Obviously a lot more things as well. When we're talking about celestial bodies, there's usually a very wide range of activities and concepts that they are associated with. This is just what's coming to my mind in the moment. Number 1, what do you associate with power? And this can be anything from sensory experiences to style, which I guess is visual. Everything is a sensory experience, but when you just let your mind roam on the topic for a bit, what comes up for you? Do you feel personally powerful in your life? And if so, at what moments? Number 2, do you feel in charge of your life? Do you feel responsible for the consequences of your actions? This is kind of quite obviously inspired by the idea of locus of control. This will probably be familiar to anyone who has an entry-level understanding of psychology. It is a concept developed by Rotter. I don't know his first name, my bad, it'll be here. But it's the idea of how in control of one's life someone feels. People with an internal locus of control are the ones that believe that they are responsible for their lives, they are responsible for their actions. People with an external locus of control tend to feel more passive in their actions. There's a lot of research that goes into it as well, that says basically it's quite good to have an internal locus of control, so just assess that for yourself. Number 3, who do you become when you're alone, and how does that person differ to who you are in a room full of people? Number 4, what does self-expression mean to you, and are you doing it enough? Also, why are you doing it? What motivates you? Last one for the sun, number 5, do you feel seen? And I don't mean just looked at. Do you feel seen under the external? Do you feel understood by the people in your life? If not, sometimes that isn't entirely the fault of other people. What are some steps that you can take to kind of try to remedy that? Next up, let's look at the journal prompts centering around the moon. The moon is very much to do with our emotions, our subconscious, the shadow aspect, if you ascribe to very Jungian beliefs. It is about intuition and this kind of dreamy, almost illogical form of understanding. The moon feels very primordial and kind of indescribable to me because of that nature of it, if that makes sense. Where do you feel emotions within your physical form? Pay attention to how and what manner of sensations arise in your body during times of confusion or joy or distress. It feels very rewarding to be connected to your body in this way and to really have an in-depth understanding of how you react to certain situations and stimuli. Number 2, how in touch are you with the symbolic? Do you find it easy to interpret symbolism in your own life? Do you ponder the significance of these signs? Do you go as far as to assign meanings to things that are probably meaningless in your own life? Or alternatively, do you find that this way of interpreting the world is harder for you to tap into? Number 3, when was the last time you allowed yourself to really feel something very deeply? Did you resist the emotion, or did you let it wash over you or through you like a wave? Number 4, do you feel emotionally safe with yourself? Do you treat your inner world and your mind and your thoughts with criticism or with kindness? Number 5, what emotional patterns do you notice repeating in your life? Where do you think they arose from, and what do you think they are there to teach you? Okay, let's move on to the next planet, which is Earth. The Earth, while not really traditionally included in astrological systems, I would say is quite important because we live on it. You'll often find in various spiritual practices and occult practices, especially witchcraft, people will be grounding every day. In grounding, you will often be connecting to the Earth, whether that be energetically, just mentally, whatever. And they'll be connecting to the energy of this Earth, often if they believe in energies. I personally don't, but that's a separate issue. It is believed that the Earth's energy is neutral, and so it's a very useful thing for us to be considering, and it's very relevant in our daily lives. So, number 1, assess your faith in humanity. Times are tough right now, and it's very easy to slip into hopelessness or despair, or even misanthropy in some cases. Do you feel any of these stirring within you? Why or why not? And what do you think that shows about you? Number 2, what is your relationship like with nature? Are you more of a homebody, or are you the type of person to go hiking for hours at a time? Do you think you could stand to spend more or less time in nature? Number 3, how grounded do you feel in your everyday life? Are you quite present, or do you often feel disconnected or disembodied throughout the day? What do you know that for sure grounds you, and how could you perhaps try and implement this into your daily life? Number 4, what does home mean to you? Is it a place, a person, a feeling, or even for some people it's an object? I also think you will never find home in one thing. You will find home spread across lots of objects, lots of people, lots of places. Write a list of things in your life that you consider to be part of your home. Also think about what you want your home for. Is it for comfort? Is it for relaxation? Is it a sanctuary from the outside world? Is it where you can exteriorize yourself in your inspiration, in decor perhaps? What is it to you specifically? Number 5, other than food and water, obviously, what sustains you? What rituals, activities, relationships, projects, etc. What grounds you on the everyday level? Next, we're going to be moving on to one of my favourite planets to work with, Mercury. I love Mercury because I struggle to communicate quite badly. You can't tell on video, I don't think, because I cut all my mistakes out and I have to repeat myself multiple times, pretty much every sentence, which is great. Because I stammer a lot, I struggle with delivery of not even just jokes, like basic sentences. It's just not for me, guys. It's not my strong suit, but I try my best. Mercury is all about communication, learning, listening, understanding. It's like transmission, messaging, travel. So number 1, do you struggle to communicate in any way? And how would you describe your social and communicative tendencies? Do you struggle with certain words? Do you struggle talking about certain topics? Or do you trip over your words countless times like I do? Hi, I'm currently editing this video and I realised that my camera cut out for like literally one question, so this is the question, or at least part of it, the part that cut out. What non-verbal image do you convey to the outside world when you get ready every morning? What inspires you? What colours and textures and fits and cuts? What really draws you in? And what do you associate with these elements? Number 3, what do your trains of thoughts, or if you have one, your internal monologue, what does it sound like? Is it supportive, anxious, creative, critical? We've all experienced some of these during our lives, but what comes up for you quite often? Number 4, what kind of conversations feel the most nourishing to you, and when was the last time you had one of these conversations? Go text your friends, go call your family. just reach out. I feel like people aren't reaching out enough these days, and this includes me. Like, I'm part of the problem. I'm really bad at planning things with people. Obviously, there's a huge loneliness epidemic going on, and if you want to see societal change, that needs to start on the individual level, guys. Go talk to people. Number 5, what truths do you avoid speaking, and can you admit these to yourself even? The next planet on our list is Mars. Mars, beside being the planet that everyone wants to go to because everyone's fucking up the Earth, which is great, is the planet of warfare, of action, of drive, willpower, often quite associated with sex as well, but we'll not get into that today. Mars and Venus are often seen as counterparts to each other. They're seen as, in heavy quotation marks, they're seen as the divine masculine and divine feminine. If you believe in that, I lean away from it often because of the implications nowadays that it's been co-opted. As a side note, I made a video on my TikTok about this a few weeks ago, but there are so many different versions of the idea of polarity that you can use that aren't specifically gendered. You can still celebrate the same ideas and virtues just through a different framework. Like, it's not... You don't have to use the divine feminine thing, you know? Number 1, when was the last time that you felt energized by your anger as opposed to burdened by it? And what did you do with that energy? Number 2, what motivates you personally to act? Is it desire, fear, excitement? What else? Duty? What motivates you? Number 3, what is your relationship like with conflict? Do you tend to try avoid it or hide from it or bottle things up? Or do you try and charge in, get the problem sorted, just like act on it? Number 4, do you allow yourself to want? Do you allow yourself to desire without shame? And how do you respond to those desires? Number 5, currently, in what areas of your life are you hesitating to act when you know you should, and what is stopping you from doing that? Let's go on to another one of my favorite planets, Venus. Shout out Venus, love you. And Venus is the planet of love, beauty, romance, sex. I love working with Venus. I hold beauty in quite high regard, and I'm not just talking about like physical beauty. Beauty is like a very vague concept, is quite important to me, so I love working with Venus. Number 1, what does beauty mean to you, and where is it most easily identifiable within your life? What emotions come up to you when you're faced with beauty? Just what is it to you specifically? And I've found that this is quite a difficult question to answer just because of how broad the question is, but I think it's quite important, so maybe take your time with this one. Number 2, to what extent do you prioritize beauty within your life? Do you find it easy to put on the rose-tinted glasses? I would say that romanticism is a very useful skill to hone and to know how to wield properly. Number 3, what does love mean to you, and what does it require from you in turn? I would say explore this both with giving love and receiving love. Number 4, what is your relationship like with pleasure? And this isn't exclusively sexual pleasure, this is pleasure of any sort. Do you allow yourself to fully feel it? Do you immerse yourself in the sensation of it all? Or do you allow the guilt to sneak in? Do you feel perhaps disembodied? Do you feel unable to fully connect with the moment? Number 5, how do you want to be loved? And not just through words, but through everyday attention and action. If you're in a relationship, to what extent are you having that expectation for love met? And if you're not to get messy, but why are you in that relationship? The next planet we're going to be looking at is Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, and it's also... Jupiter is the Roman version of Zeus, who is the king, the head of the Greek pantheon. Jupiter, to me, feels like expansion. It feels like growth in terms of wisdom and finances. It has this element of discipline to it. It's quite paternal, to be honest. It very much has to do with this sense of authority and of leadership, success, you know, that sort of thing. It's really good for abundance magic and the like. Number 1, assess your limiting beliefs. In what areas of your life do they tend to show up? How and why are they stifling your expansion? Number 2, in what area of your life are you playing it small, kind of being quite reserved? What would happen if you think bigger, if you put yourself out there a slight bit more? What is the worst case scenario and what is the best case scenario? Number 3, what role does faith play in your life? And I'm not talking about religious faith, I'm talking more so faith in your friends, family, in yourself even. It could be religion if you want though, so just consider more than one aspect. Number 4, what is your relationship like with prosperity and with abundance? Do you feel that it's quite an achievable goal in your life, or do you feel that it's more so a fantasy? Number 5, within the last year, in what aspect of your life did you grow the most and how? What was it that helped you evolve, or what was it that gave you motivation to better yourself? The last planet we're going to be looking at is Saturn, and Saturn is all about restrictions and boundaries. The archetype you'll find often associated with it is the overbearing father. It's got this element of strictness to it. That's not necessarily a bad thing either. It can be quite useful if you know how to work with it. Question number 1 is, what is your relationship like with discipline? Does it feel oppressive or liberating, or does it kind of vary? Have you noticed any patterns of behaviour regarding authority figures? Number 2, do you trust yourself to follow through on your commitments both to yourself and to others? And also, why? Why do you trust/not trust yourself? What events in your life have led you to that? Number 3, what structures and behaviours in your life are no longer serving you, and what can you replace them with? Number 4 is quite interesting. How do you relate to time? How do you experience time passing? Does it feel like you're always running out of time and you never have enough of it? Or do you feel like you use it with intention? Number 5 is the last question of this video. What lessons in your life do you feel like you're encountering again and again? What are they asking from you? What do you need to change for that to no longer be the case? That's it. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I put a lot of thought into these. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when I upload. I try to upload once a week, but usually it's like a few days more than a week. Currently I do a lot of content around literature, some vlogs as well. In the future I will be doing fashion content once I move out of this room because it's really small and I can't film in it. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I love you so much. Goodbye.